I built this white gaming PC for only $113. Let me show you how I did it. So with this low of a budget, you have to start with a workstation to get the most profit. So I got this one for 300 Danish krones off of my local marketplace. This is a Lenovo workstation with an i5 4570, 4 gigs of RAM, a 256 gig SSD and integrated graphics. So it's not super great, but I only paid 300 krones for it. That i5 4570 that was in this PC I actually used for another PC because the CPU I had in there was actually broken. So I actually bought a new CPU for 50 krones, and this is i5 4440. 4 gigs of RAM is just not enough, so to upgrade it I bought this 2x4GB RAM kit, which is 8GB in total. They cost me 25 krones. I just thought that if I paired this 2x4GB RAM kit with the existing 4GB RAM stick, it would just work together. But turns out that you can't use these two kits together, so I ended up just having 8GB. Now, it's not a gaming PC without a GPU, unless you have like good integrated graphics. But anyways, I got this GTX 1050 Ti. And why a 1050 Ti, you might ask? Well, I needed one without a power connector because I didn't want to have any like adapters and stuff like that. So if you go on Tech PowerUp's GPU database and sort for no power connectors, and also Nvidia because I want something that sells, and then we just say 4GB of VRAM to narrow it down. So here we get the GTX 1050 Ti and GTX 1650, and the 1650 was out of my budget, so I got the GTX 1050 Ti, and it cost me 300 Danish krones, a little more than I should have paid. This PC did have Wi-Fi, but it didn't have any antennas, so I bought some antennas with my PC parts for my personal rig, and therefore I got free shipping. To make a really good profit on this PC, I wanted it to look really good, and to do that I could either get a case, but the motherboard doesn't support that, or I could spray paint it. So I ended up spray painting it. I have seen other people like TechTurf do this before, so I thought that it would be pretty easy. First I had to disassemble it, and it was pretty hard to disassemble, but eventually I got all parts off. The spray paint that I'm using is one I got at my local hardware store. This cost me about 70 krones, and it's a matte white paint. First I did a layer that was about 25% opacity, and then I did one that was about 50, and then I made a couple other ones till I got it perfect, but it didn't turn out that well. I tried to sell it, but it wouldn't sell for a whole month, so I ended up spray painting it again. Here are the benchmarks. In 3D Mark Time Spy, I got a score of 2361. In Fortnite at 1080p low, I got an average of 100 FPS. In Apex Legends at 1080p high, I got 60 FPS. This recording is pretty bad, but in CS2 at 1080p low, I got 100 FPS. So in total it came out to 776.57 Danish krones, or $112.69. So you can see the price breakdown on screen here. How long did it take to sell, and how much did I sell it for? Firstly, I did have that awful spray paint on it, and I had that listed for about a month and 7 days, and after that I decided I was gonna spray paint it again. So I put some more spray paint on, and it looked really good, but then it came the slow market because it's the summer and a lot of people are on vacation. So after that I ended up selling it after a total of 2 months and 7 days. So a really long time, and I only ended up selling it for 800 Danish krones, which is almost just the same that I sold it, that I bought the parts for, but I just want to get rid of it at this point. So yeah, not a super successful flip, but I think it looks great. When you're seeing this video, I'm already planning the next flip, So if you wanna see that, subscribe. And also, if you like this video, toss a like. Thanks for watching.